you just run us through how you saw the match evolve over the 80 minutes?
Yeah, first of all, just congratulations to the Brumbies on their win. I think they've played some smart rugby tonight. Yeah, for us, I mean, it's obviously we're disappointed in the loss. We feel that we had ample opportunities to win the game, but we did not use that. I think the Brumbies played tactically very well. They've played almost 80% of the game in our half. They've also made it difficult for us at the breakdown to keep our continuity. So they slowed us down, and then also I think in terms of they were also very clever in keeping the ball in their hands and not kicking the ball back to us. Yeah, and I think if you look at that, there's ample opportunities for us to learn from that. I think it's a young side with talented individuals, but they've been put under pressure tonight, and I think it was a great learning experience for them. So I think we set ourselves very high standards, and we're going to sit down and really assess the challenges that we face tonight, and how we can improve that, and then also look at in putting our best foot forward as 23 guys for the next game. Because if you start winning games and you start improving, other teams analyze you smarter, it gets tougher. So you've got to work hard to stay that one step ahead, and that's going to be our challenge going into the next few games. Tough competition that lies ahead, but great challenges and great opportunities. And I think as a team we can only get better in terms of how we execute, and as individuals it will be excellent experience that they gather from these challenges that they face now.
Manuel, how difficult the Brumbies defense, how difficult and frustrating was it for you guys to try to get through?
I think we created enough opportunities. I think the better thing to say is I don't think we executed well when we had our opportunities. I think there were 2 or 3 opportunities in their 22 where we probably could have scored or should have scored. I think the score was 10-5 at that time. I think we could have extended the lead to 17-5, and I think that would have put us in a position to win the game. I think we weren't clinical enough in that area of the game when we did get the opportunities, and that's pretty disappointing for the standards that we set here in terms of our attack.
And are you confident the guys will pick themselves up from this going forward? The lines on side.
I think with everything being said, I think still to be in the game, in the way that we played, we defended for probably 80% of the game tonight and still were in it right until the end. I think that bodes well. I think a sign of a good side is when you're not playing well and you're not having a good game and you still can be in it at the end of the game. I think that shows really good character and a good sign of us moving in the right direction as a team. Obviously, it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but I think the guys will be up for it next week. It will be another South African derby, and it will be very, 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 very easy to get the guys up for that game.
Deon, would you say a few reckless moments helped the Brumbies?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there was, as I said, our decision making, and I will also refer to our execution, keeping cool heads, staying in the moment, understanding what is in front of you. And that is aspects that at the end of the day, taking a good team to excellence, taking good individuals to excellence, and that's part of the learning curve. I mean, as Lionel mentioned, there was ample opportunities. We haven't had a lot of time to get into their 22, and when we got there, I think the guys really tried really hard. There was a lot of patience. We were direct. We tried to keep the ball, but then obviously 1 or 2 decisions just didn't win our way. And then just I think at the end, being behind and always playing or defending from set pieces, I think we just maybe overreacted in our decision to have a quick throw in and trying to run at the opposition. And unfortunately the opposition was smart enough to capitalize from that. But I assure that, as I said before, it's a good learning experience for those youngsters, and I believe they will make better decisions in the future.
John, what effect did the three regulars who had to pull out the injury before the game have on the performance tonight?
Listen, I think the guys that have played, they've tried their best. Obviously, it's a game of continuity. It's a game of building combinations, and when you lose it, you will always struggle a bit to find a bit of rhythm or get the same result. But it's part of the game, and I've seen it's that's why we have a squad, and we need to try to ensure that everyone in the squad is always up on to the right standard and in tune with what we want and how we need to do that. And that is. I don't want to use that as an excuse and say that influenced us, but as I said, good credit to the Brumbies. I just feel that they've played really well tonight.
Coach, too many penalties. Did you ever sense that discipline let you down today in terms of playing the last quarter of the game when things started to change?
Yeah, no, definitely. Tando, it's something that's a bit frustrating at this point in time. I mean, we've talked hard about that. We realize that when you concede a lot of penalties, it's going to give the opposition an opportunity to play in your own half. Playing against a team like the Brumbies, who likes to drive from set pieces and they have good strikes from scrums. I mean, we've put ourselves under tremendous pressure in terms of that, and they didn't help our cause, right? So we have to look individually and as a team in order to improve that. I don't think some of the penalties was maybe. I don't want to, before I really studied the material, go in and say that the guys would go out and be careless or reckless or irresponsible in conceding penalties. We have to go look at what the cause is and in terms of what we coach and what we expect of the guys. Did they operate in the right way in that situation? If not, we will. I mean, we have to look deep into ourselves and try to rectify that.
I mean, we've got the Lions coming up next week, coach. It's another big one after the Lions trampled the Bulls at home. How tough of an assignment will it be for the team and leading up to the clash in Amsterdam?
So the Lions, we all know the Lions is a quality side, but this is Super Rugby. It's not going to become easier. It's going to be tough. It's I mean, we have to pitch there with the right set of mind and with a good plan and we have to be better disciplined and look better after our ball. It's not going to become easier, but I think we can get a lot of confidence out of our first encounter here, and I just think as a team it's important for us now to rather look at ourselves as a team in terms of how we can improve rather than worry about what the Lions what the challenge of the Lions is ahead at Ellis Park. I don't want us to get too much ahead of ourselves. So yeah, we will go back as a team and just try to really improve in the areas. I still feel that there was a lot of good stuff out there. We were right into the game until the end. A lot of experienced guys in the Brumbies squad, seasoned campaigners, and if you look at our team, I'm really there's really a lot of youngsters that irrespective of the challenge and the players that they faced, I think they really stood up and tried their best, and that's a good sign.
Coach, hindsight, would it not have been better to take the 3-pointer from the penalty? Do you think that would have changed the course of the game a little bit?
What 3-pointer you've got now?
Probably with the scrum.
The scrum.
When we went for the scrum again.
I think at that point in time we I don't know, we thought that we could we had this opportunity now to be in their half, try to stay there and try to convert it into an opportunity to score and to maybe extend our lead. But yeah, it was you always in hindsight you would reconsider, but I back the decisions that was made there, and I think if we got the different result, you would have agreed that was the right decision. So that's also something that we can learn from.
I think from our perspective on the field, to give you clarity on that as well, is 10-5 at that stage. I think it's 65 minutes into the game, with few opportunities getting into their 22, with our scrum dominant as it was. There was definitely opportunity there to cross the white line and get a try. And then also, like I said earlier, probably execution of our plan and being clinical there probably wasn't up to our standard.
How easy is it for you that 15 players will be joining the box Tuesday announcement at 1 o'clock for the final 31? If you were to see one or two of them being in the final 31 as well.
No, it's fantastic, Tando. I mean, if you really sit down and you think about the players that are invited and where they were before they got here, and how they grabbed this opportunity to be here. Some of those players have played first division. Lionel was almost nowhere in SA Rugby. It just emphasized the importance of this franchise, and how if players get an opportunity and be put in a good environment, in a good structure, that people can excel. And I mean, that is as a testimony of what we are about and what we try to achieve here. And I mean, for me, it's an excellent achievement. It's an excellent achievement for the whole team. It's an excellent achievement for the Metropole. It's an excellent achievement of the individual, and it is something that we mustn't see out of context. We must really understand that under difficult circumstances, these guys excelled by grabbing an opportunity and putting their best foot forward, and I mean, they must be applauded for that.